Are you ready? Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
So in the red corner there, Delil Dadaev of Germany. In the blue corner, Sebastian David Moreno of Colombia. Two orthodox fighters here. Similar kind of stature as well, physically. They're built along similar lines. Good jab there from Dadaev. Both looking to start quick. Right hand followed by left hook there from Moreno. Got countered, and you can see him nod his head almost approvingly of that piece of work from Dadaev. 3-4 punch combination there from Moreno, but most of it landed on gloves. Short left hand on the inside to the head and then down to the body. Good left to the body again there from Dadaev. That's what he's looking for. 3-4 times now. Didn't quite land that last one. Nice right hand too, arcing right hand, shallow kind of punch over the top, which just caught Moreno. There's been some quality work from Dadaev here actually in the early stages. A minute into the round. There's another good right hand counter. There's that left to the body. And he covers up well as Moreno looks to try and come back. Very cheeky right hand lead there from Dadaev. Almost off his feet as he just hopped up and threw that. Stumble. It was a right hand that hit the body, but it's not a knockdown midway through round one. Moreno's thrown plenty. The problem he's got is that Dadaev has tucked up well. And it's Dadaev of the two who's managed to find the gaps. That was better from Moreno. Did land a couple to the rib cage there. Good jab there from Dadaev. Catches Moreno again as he comes forward with that jab high to the forehead. Just sets him off balance, makes him take a step back and reset. And that's the beauty of a good jab. It can be a weapon, but as well as that, it just disrupts your opponent. Final few seconds of round one. Good right hand there, and a right hand to the body too from Dadaev. He's got that kind of strong, muscular look about him, but he's actually quite loose as a fighter, the way he lets his hands go. Ten nines across the board for Dadaev. That was clearly his round. Just making Moreno miss there and then making him pay. There's that left to the body. He's found that quite a bit. That's some decent body punching from Moreno.
Seconds out, please.
It's a good fight, this, a good contest. They approach it in similar ways, these two. And in that first round, Dadaev just showed himself to be a bit better than Moreno. It's as simple as that, really. It often is. Right hand into the stomach there from Moreno, who started very, very quick in round two. Really looking to try and put it on Dadaev, who tucks up well, keeps that head on the move, pushes Moreno back to the corner. That was some serious heat that the Colombian brought out of his corner at the beginning of the round there. Just wonder if he's beginning to pay for it a bit now. Back to the ropes. Looks to ditch in a right hand. Short with the right hand there, Dadaev. Nice jab from the German. He's in the red. Moreno of Colombia is in the blue. This is light heavyweight. Moreno's just slowed down. He went flying out of the traps in the first 30 seconds. It was impossible that he would be able to sustain that, hoping to just put a dent in Dadaev early. It didn't really happen. Left to the body, then looks for the uppercut, but he managed to just squeeze the elbows on it, Moreno. And you see that mouth is hanging open a bit for the Colombian. I don't know about the wisdom of starting the round in the manner that he did, because after that first 30 seconds, he spent the last minute recovering, really. A couple of good right hands in there from Dadaev. As I said, he's just got that ability to find the gaps, little movements, tiny adjustments. Left to the body there from Dadaev. Moreno was throwing when he can, but he's been put into a shell a little bit. Knocked back towards the ropes, and Dadaev just steps to him, looks for the uppercut. Left hand was good there from Dadaev. The gloves just dropped there, and Moreno, a bit of blood coming from the mouth. He's absolutely knackered, the Colombian. You can see it, and you do have to question the wisdom of coming out the way he did at the start of the second round. Easy for me to say, but he decided that he was going to give it a real crack at the start of the round and see if he could make some inroads. Standing count there given by the referee, but it's come at a cost, because since that 30 seconds, really, it just seemed to take everything out of him as he plonks himself down on the stool there, and he's lost that second round, so he's staring a defeat in the face here. But you cannot criticise his ambition, Moreno, because he's that kind of move, the one he made at the start of the second round, that is born of pure ambition to win. A couple of 10-8s there in favour of Dadaev, who was pretty dominant in that round. And he's on his way through. And whoever wins this one will be up against Vinit of India. Salgado, by the way, having got through against Jakubov, will be up against Velalu Razmarita of Moldova in the next round.
Third round.
So third and final round. Delil Dadaev of Germany in the red is in control of this one. Sebastian David Moreno of Colombia in the blue. Gave a pretty good account of himself in the first round. In the second round, he went hell for leather in the first 30 seconds. And gassed a bit after that, was really kind of hanging in there towards the end of the round. Referee just telling Dadaev off for pushing off with the forearms. Good body punching again there from Dadaev. Left hand gets through the guard. He brings good pressure, educated pressure. By no means is he a fighter who just rolls forward. He's got plenty in his arsenal, plenty in his locker. And when he gets up close, and that's where he does his best work, he's just very, very good at finding those just little angles, just to sneak a punch in around the back of the elbow. Just to slot one in, just off the angle maybe with the uppercut. Skillful stuff. Into the final minute of round 3. And both of these two, I think, are just going through the motions a bit in the closing stages of round 3. Moreno is dog-tired in there, and I think we'll be very pleased to hear the final bell, but there's absolutely no way that there's any quit in him. Right hand there from Dadaev, moves on to the shoulder. I think he's maybe feeling the pace of this slightly too, because it's been lively. First couple of rounds particularly. Well, there goes the bell, and it will be the German fighter in the red there, Delil Dadaev, who will go through by a clear margin. But Moreno of Colombia, he played his part early in the fight. Came out sprinting at the start of round 2, and that just seemed to empty the tank a bit. Since then, it's been a bit of a struggle for him really to stay in it, but stay in it he did. Was always throwing something. But he ran into a good fighter today, Delil Dadaev. I'd heard that he was a promising prospect, and that's proved to be the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 141, win by points with a unanimous decision. From the red corner, Delil Dadaev, Germany.
See the height difference when they get to the centre here, and it is appreciable. Shaping up as a southpaw there.
Round 1.
As well, Vinit. Dadaev is orthodox. So we've seen this kind of dynamic, this kind of contest a few times before. Dadaev, his main mission here is to get inside that lead hand, get into distance and be able to launch his own attacks. He's a strong fighter. Vinit, ideally, has a good snappy jab that stops him doing that. Whether he does or he doesn't, we'll find out. But there's the jab from Vinit. Doesn't need to be thumped in every time. As long as it lands regularly enough, then that can do the job. Long loose 1-2 there from Vinit. Didn't land. Right hand there from Dadaev. Looking for the left there, Vinit again. I think he caught a shoulder with that. Found good distance with the left hand there, Vinit. He can tend to throw that left hand without throwing the jab first. Dadaev looking for a right there. Legs just tangled together towards the neutral corner there. There was nothing deliberate about it. Big left hand, and the referee says no knockdown there, maybe because the punch landed more on the side, round the back of the head, and not with the knuckles, possibly, because it definitely landed. His feet slipped out from underneath him and down he went. Looking to chop down with the left hand there, Vinit. He does stand very tall at times. He is tall, but on top of that, he is quite upright. And that's why that left hand put him down. Dadaev just stooping in, trying to reach the body with the right hand there. He lifts off to that right hand side when he throws his left hand a lot, Vinit. Just dips his shoulder to the right hand side. Wonder if that's something that Dadaev can look to try and exploit, possibly. Just rolled away to his left there, Dadaev. He was nice and close, but didn't manage to let anything go. Vinit's one of those languid kind of fighters who's tall, and he's so loose that every now and again you think he's about to come apart at the seams almost. And that balance seems to be all over the place at times, but just when you think he's lost it, generally speaking, he manages to get it back. So we've got split scoring there, 3 10-9s for Dadaev, which is the way I would have gone, 2 10-9s for Vinit. There wasn't a lot in it because not that much landed. Dadaev was on the front foot more of the two, looking to try and, as I said, get inside that reach, and Vinit with that kind of lazy 1-2 at times did score. Little uppercut on the inside there too.
Seconds out, please.
There's that left hand, and I don't quite know why the referee didn't score the knockdown there. He did slip, but after the punch was landed. But as I've been reminding people throughout the course of the tournament, knockdowns or standing counts in and of themselves do not bring any kind of points consequence. Unlike professional boxing, where if you have a knockdown, then you'll almost certainly win that round 10-8 if you've scored it. AIBA boxing is about interpreting dominance. That's a good jab, that, from Vinit. That's what he needs, more of that. And you can score 10-9, 10-8 or 10-7. We've had one 10-7 in this ring, plenty of 10-8s. The majority have been 10-9s. That's your regulation round win, if you like. No 10-10s, you cannot score 10-10s. Just shot the right hand up there, Dadaev, and did get through. Midway point of round 2. Vinit with a long left hand, right hand came back in from Dadaev. 1-2 to the body there from Vinit. That's effective for him. That's exactly the kind of combination approach that'll work for him, because it's a big target to aim for, that chest of Dadaev. And again, he caught him on the way in there, and you saw what it did to his balance. He just sent him back. Didn't hurt him, but sent him back, and he's got to regroup and start all over again there. So this is pretty good stuff from Vinit, actually, I think, in this round. Again, that left hand didn't really make contact with the scoring area necessarily. Half blocked and hit him on the shoulder, but it still just set him off balance completely. Dadaev is finding this slightly frustrating. I think he feels like he should be able to get to Vinit, but it's difficult. partly I think the reason is because, as I said at the end of that first round, he's got that look about him, Vinit, where you think that a stiff breeze might knock him over. If you catch him clean, you'd fancy your chances, but doing it is another thing. Steps in and just throws that kind of long, elastic 1-2. Oh, goes at the end of the second. We had split scoring in the first round. And Dadaev gets it on 4 of the 5 cards there. Slightly surprised by that. But it's level on 3 cards going into the final round. So Dadaev's got 2 of them in his favour, 20 points to 18. But the other 3 are level. So if Vinit can win this round and turn all of those draws into wins for him, then he can win this fight. Dadaev has got to get just 1 of those. So it's a bigger task for Vinit here, of course, but it's possible.
Seconds
it's
out,
very
please.
possible. It's interesting how things can look different from different sides of the ring, because the judge on my side of the ring gave that Vinit's way, which is what I would have done. So into this third and final round, Vinit of India in the red, Dadaev of Germany in the blue. Dadaev didn't like that at all. Vinit just caught him with a left hand after the referee had said stop. Good left hand there from Vinit, and looks to pile on another one. Slinging up the jab from the waist. Didn't land clean. Dadaev just short with the right hand. Looking for the 1-2. I think the jab just about got there. The left hand didn't. Dadaev had taken himself back out of range. Left hand to the chest there from Vinit. He's just getting slightly too close to the Indian fighter, I think, when he's looking to throw that 1-2, because, well, it's not so much he's getting too close, but as he throws it, Dadaev is moving in, and for that reason, it's not really landing. He knows that Dadaev is going to come forward, so maybe he just needs to take a little bit of a step back before he throws it, because he is so long with that reach that it does need plenty of room. Right hand there from Dadaev. And that's a good example there from Vinit. He steps in, throws the 1-2, and there's just no room for it at all. Left hand there to the body, looking for it to the body into the final minute. And the Indian fighters may be, of the two, I think, feeling the pace of this more. Good left hand there from Dadaev. 30 seconds remaining. Right hand from Dadaev as he just spun away to the left hand side of the ring, just pivoted around that front foot. Nice combination from Dadaev as Vinit just came in carrying his chin a bit high there. Still swinging the Indian fighter, but I think the pace of this has just got to him a little bit towards the end of the fight. Well, there goes the bell at the end, and Vinit just gave Dadaev a little tap, and Dadaev didn't take too kindly to it. I think the German has taken that final round, and overall he's going to win this fight. wasn't one of those fights where there was a great deal of clean work done. Dadaev's kind of muscled his way through it, I think, might be the best way to describe it. It's very awkward, Vinit. Very, very awkward.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring field, win on points with split decision. From the blue corner, Delil Dadaev, Germany.
Well, Dadaev gets it. Split decision, 4-1. So one of those judges who had a drawn card going into that final round will have gone.
Round one.
So into the first, Dadaev in red, orthodox, boxing for Germany. Abdullayev of Uzbekistan in the blue, boxing out of the southpaw stance. You can see what a physically imposing kind of figure Abdullayev is. In sensational physical condition. Dadaev just stoops in with a nice long right hand to the body there. Dipped the knees, brought it back nice and quick. Left hand on the inside there from Abdullayev. There's that long right to the body. Landed that a couple of times. Went for the left hand counter there, Abdullayev, but slipped over Dadaev's shoulder. Right to the body there from Dadaev. Left hand on the inside there from Abdullayev. Looked a fairly sweet shot, but Dadaev's made a pretty good start here, the German. Should have been the underdog in this fight. Just reaching for the right hand there. Didn't land, but didn't lose his balance either, so no harm was done. Long left hand there from Abdullayev. Then the left comes in again and chopping down with that same left hand. He's just beginning to have a bit of joy with that, which is slightly ominous for Dadaev. Again, just bombing over the top with that left. He's a real big light heavyweight, Abdullayev.
No pushing, no push. Stop.
Just made Dadaev fall slightly short and then let that left hand go. Straight left hand was a peach, that really was. Again, he just made his opponent fall slightly short and then threw it straight down the middle. He had a look for the first minute and a half, and since then he's worked Dadaev over, really. It's a good round for the blue corner.
Oynasang ham jinni qilasan. To'g'ri? Lekin qo'lni tushirish kerak emas. Senga aniq zarba tekkish kerak bo'ldi. Seni ishing shu. U bilan urishing kerak emas. Sen bosibroq ur. Mana qoringa kiryapti. Bulan ko'tar, bulan tagidan oldin qo'lingdan. Qo'li bilan kiryapti. O'zingim. Yo, normal.
There's that left hand. Plenty of examples of it.
Round 2.
Round 2 in this quarter-final. Dadaev of Germany in the red, Abdullayev of Uzbekistan in the blue. Dadaev just getting onto the inside there, trying to work the body. Got a right hand through as well, to the head. It's a nice right hand there from Dadaev after a long right to the body. He's had a good first half of this round. Abdullayev just yet to find his groove in this second round. This is interesting. There's just a slightly different look about Abdullayev in this second. The odd blink of an eye, and then he catches the left hand up top there as well. And Dadaev is making some real inroads here, I think. Just inside a minute remaining in round 2. Bit of blood coming from the mouth there of the German, but you can see how spurred on he is by the success he's been having. A right hand caught him there, but it didn't seem to bother him overly. For the jab, right to the body. Just 30 seconds remaining in the round. This is his round so far. Nice sneaky right again there from the German fighter. Through the left hand, rolled away to his right, gets up tight, looks for the uppercut. Can't quite land it, but walks Abdullayev back to the ropes. Abdullayev just beginning to blow a bit. As I said, he is a big light heavyweight and he looks tremendous left to the body, but that's a lot of weight to carry around if you're tight at the weight, particularly. Well, bell goes at the end of the round, and interesting. Struggling to get that gum shield out. Bit of blood in the mouth there. Well, 4-10-9s in favour of Dadaev, and that ties it up on 4 of the cards. It was across the board to Abdullayev in that opening round. Guatemala have gone with Abdullayev in that second round, which I just don't see that at all, to be honest. But that gives Abdullayev a 2-point lead with that one judge. The other 4 cards are level, so very familiar scenario. We've had this a lot of times. Dadaev needs 3 of those 4 level cards to win this fight. Abdullayev needs 2. So on the basis of that second round, I would give Dadaev every chance here, because Abdullayev, after a dominant first round, particularly the second half of it, he looks like he's in a bit of trouble here. You see him just blinking that right eye. And I don't think there's much gas left in the tank. Short right hand there from Dadaev was a good shot. Jab lands as well. He's got to stay on him here, Dadaev, work as hard as he possibly can, because I think he's going to look for big single shots here, Abdullayev. He's just got to try and be clever here, the German, make sure he doesn't get caught. And Abdullayev, he's got to dig in. He's got to really dig in and show that he wants this. Good right hand on the inside there from the German, just a little straight right up to the head, and then brought it back nice and quick. Clipped Abdullayev on the chin. Left hand as they pirouetted in the middle of the ring, and he's made a good start here again, Dadaev. Abdulleyev's just got to start working harder. Technique might go out of the window somewhat, but he's got to throw a bit more. He's getting caught. Left hand on the top of the head there. Jab to the body from Dadaev. Left to the body. The German again just comes forward. Straight right hand. Finds the target. This is there for the taking for Delil Dadaev. Abdullayev just puts everything into a left to the body. Left to the body again. Short left hand on the inside there from Abdullayev. Landed a couple of left hands there. That was better from him. Solid left hand from Abdullayev. And maybe he's just beginning to find something towards the conclusion of this fight here, because the way the first half, first 80 seconds at least of this round has gone, I think he needs it. Heading up towards the final minute, and what a finish to the day we've got here. These two fights at light heavyweight have been terrific. This one has seesawed. The first round was Abdulleyev's by a mile. The second round was Dadaev's, I thought, clearly. This one, well, there's not much in it. Heading into the final minute, strong left hand there from Abdullayev, and then goes to the body, and he seems to have woken up a little bit here. Fencing with a jab there, Dadaev left to the body. And then the two of them get in tight. I don't think there's much left in the tank for either of these two at the moment. 30 seconds, they can nick a bit of a rest here, and then they've just got to go all out here. 30 seconds remaining. Right to the body there from Dadaev. Abdullayev just trying to fake with that lead foot. And the clock is running down, time is running out. If anybody can land anything real solid, his feet just did a funny little dance there, Abdullayev. Looking for that left hand, can't quite land it. And he's out on his feet, the Uzbek, he really is. Dadaev, can he take advantage? But he can still throw that big left, Abdullayev, and I don't think anything's really going to get through in this last 30 seconds. As the referee waves them together again, the bell's about to go any second now. There it goes, and well, Dadaev seems quite confident there, but I don't think there was much in that final round. I definitely think he had the better of it through probably the first half of it, but he did land some good punches, Abdullayev, in the second half. He was having to summon them up from almost nowhere at times, but he did get through with some quality work. So just a reminder of the situation. 2 points ahead on one card going into the final round there, Abdullayev. The other 4 cards were level, so realistically Dadaev's not going to turn around that 2018 to Abdullayev, so he will need 3 of those level cards to go his way. The Uzbek will need 2. We've seen this a few times now.
Ladies and gentlemen, win by points with unanimous decision. From the blue corner,
Abdullayev gets it by unanimous decision. He gets that final round with all 5 of the judges. Dadaev looks disappointed, and I can understand that. I can understand that. It was close, that final round. It was close. It could have gone his way. It could have gone his way, but it didn't. And there's really not much else you can say to him other than that. He'll be inconsolable. But he ran Abdullayev so close there. So close. As I say, he needed 3 out of those 4 cards that were level to go his way in that final round. And he put himself in with a shout there. He definitely did. I wouldn't have been shocked if those cards had gone the other way in that final round, but